Hello everybody, welcome to Return to Moria, our survival guide for that. We are making better weapons and armor for the lower deeps area region of the game, and because it's tough down here, it's very dangerous. And if you are looking for a better version of like a bow, you're gonna want to make the first age crossbow. It's particularly good against armored enemies, and there are a lot of armored enemies like down here, so it does pretty well down here. So if you want to get your hands on the crossbow, you're gonna need to repair some statues. I have one right here. We'll see what happens with this because they are all random unlocks. So we'll see. Oh, we got the recipe for the first age greatsword. That's great. Not what we're going for, but that's great. So that's kind of the process. You look for these statues all throughout the lower deeps area. It requires 20 stones to repair them. You repair them still with like just the steel hammer. You don't anything more advanced than that just yet. So hopefully you've collected quite a bit of stone because you're gonna need it. Because there's a lot of statues down here. There's a lot of weapons and armor that you can unlock down here too. We're gonna be kind of going through them all this week. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But that's basically the process. And then once you have all the recipes, I believe with the crossbow, there are actually 3 recipe fragments that you need to find. So at the very least, you got to repair 3 statues. But considering how many recipes there are out here, you'll probably end up preparing, more than that because other recipe fragments are going to be dropping as well. So, but you have 3 that you have to complete for the crossbow. And then for crafting this guy, we're going to quick jump to my other save file where I have the recipe unlocked. So let's just quick go do that. All right, we are back on our other file here. Now, the crossbow is actually made in your workbench, which makes sense because that's also where you make the bow. And you'll find it right here, the first age crossbow. Obviously, again, this is after you find all 3 recipe fragments. And if you want to make this, you'll need 2 silver ingots, 1 ruby, 8 abyssum wood, and then 3 natural fiber. And if we kind of like read up here, it says, well, it's kind of all messed up, isn't it? It's a little like, doesn't make sense. There we go. Myth held the dwarves of ancient something, because it's all the words are like on top of each other. Craft something. Anyway, shooting instrument of high power that pierced their enemy's armor. So basically what we're getting here is that this can pierce through armor, which is really ideal because there are a lot of armored orcs down there. There's trolls that have armor, some of them anyway. And I think the big enemy who is lurking in the water, I think he has like natural armor that you have to pierce through as well. And then there's like another like orcish boss or whatever down here too. So basically this is a great weapon for long ranged, like just ripping through armor until it breaks, and then you can kind of go in with your other weapon if you like, or just continue to shoot range, whatever. But this is really good at doing that. Now, just so you know, when you do first make the first age crossbow, you also unlock first age bolts, which you will need to use with the crossbow. You can't use arrows or elven arrows with it, so kind of keep that in mind. And if you want to make first age bolts, you'll need 1 silver ingot and 10 abyssum wood, which is a little expensive, so you're probably going to be spending a little bit of time down there harvesting this wood. But the good news is that it does yield 15 bolts, so if you can make just 2 of these even, you'll get like 30 bolts right there, which will take care of you for the most part. But obviously for like something like a boss battle, you'll probably want to make a few more of these. But that is what you use to use it. Again, this is also tier 3 piercing damage for that, so it does pretty decent amount of damage as well. So just make sure you have your bolts. Don't lose them. Well, don't lose them, but don't forget to make them because your arrows, they're obsolete with this weapon. But that's about it. So grab your crossbow and I'd say make life a little bit easier for you in the lower deep, especially with those armored enemies. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.